I'm looking at my planting view for a particular project. And what I want you to see is that I can have individual plant symbols. And if I wanted to, I could go and I could assign a 3D Enscape asset to that particular 2D symbol. So you see down here, I've got one that's already assigned for this. Now, how do I know what they are? I can produce a spreadsheet. I used ID8 software, Bimlink, to export this. I also added some attributes to the plant. So I've got plant type, common name, botanical name, and then this is the unique ID number. So what I'm getting at is if I scroll down through this list of, I've got about 1,300 plants here, I can tell from here what the Enscape asset is, and I can tell what its asset tag number is. So, and because I've added this extra information about plant type, I can be looking for, is it grasses? Is it hardscape, like it's a stone, or is it a forb, herbaceous forb? So let me just use this as an example. If I go to say, this would be from this long list. Let me say, if I was interested in replacing that symbol with Rose of Sharon here, right? So what I could do is I could pick my asset tag number, if you like, my GUID, copy that. Just going to move that off. And I could place it in here. Right, so I could be swapping out for a different plant. This was a pea tree, but I'm going to swap it out just to show what's going on here. The other way I could be doing this is I could use groups. So this is a group of like a typical layout of some design where I know I want to repeat this. So if I open that group, I'll do the same thing here. I'll go to one of the plants in here, Hesperus matrinalis. I could go down here. I'm going to just pick this lavender as just an example. I've got 1,300 plants to choose from, but I'm going to just say copy that. I'll move that off there. And in here, that was what I'm saying to it is under this Enscape asset ID, this is what I want the 3D plant to look like. And I'll say I'm finished with editing that. I will open my 3D view. So if I go Enscape and load, and there's a technique in Revit where you can limit the amount of content that's loading to your Enscape window. In this case, I'm using the scope box. Just a reminder there, anything that I have in this long list, I can assign the Enscape asset ID to load them in, and I've got the extra information about, is it an aquatic plant? Is it a cactus? Is it a container or a pot? Is it fern, grass, bunch grass, hardscape like stones? Is it herbaceous forb? And is it a shrub? And is it softscape like a green wall? Is it a succulent? Is it a tree? So I've got this way I can sort it and decide, what exactly do I want to see in there. So here I'm looking at the project. I'd added the kangaroo paw, or I'd added the plant up here. Not every 2D symbol had an assigned Enscape asset. If I just minimize this for a second, I think I added it here. So all of these plants will be the same species. It was lavender. And what I want to do is take that group and say, well, now if it's a group, I can actually mirror it around here, or maybe mirror it again around this reference line. And maybe pick this initial one and say, let's mirror that around here. And then just Alt-Tab to open up my view again. And what I've got, it was the lavender that I put in. That's what you're seeing there. So there I've got my whole group being repeated with whatever assignment they have for the plants in the project. So this is a quick extract from a course I'm creating, Enscape Applied for Global e-training. Or you can contact me directly. I've done hundreds of classes for major firms, architecture, landscape, and interior design.